All right, what is the fastest way to financial independence? There is a fastest way, right? I mean, in the majority of cases, like if 100 people came to me and I looked at every single one of their situations, this is the fastest way to financial independence for the vast majority of them, okay? I'm sure there's outliers and exceptions and all that. All right, so here it is. The fastest way to financial independence is minimalism. Okay, it's through minimalism. And first of all, what's minimalism? Minimalism is a movement, you've probably heard of it, is basically just living almost Spartan-like. Okay? Now, some of you may say, like, well, that's not my lifestyle design. Understood, but it's the fastest way to financial independence. Okay, minimalists live simply, right? They drive very inexpensive cars. They don't eat out, right? They don't have a lot of clothes. They just live super simply, and they only use a very small amount of stuff. Okay, so it's almost like anti-consumerism. Now, full disclosure, okay, I'm gonna walk back this way. I am not a minimalist, okay, in the true sense. However, I have definitely moved more in that direction. All right, so some time ago, I literally got rid of 80% of all my clothes. Okay, as an example, and I am trying to be more of a minimalist. And again, that's one of those definitions, kind of like financial independence, where there's no concrete definition. It's a little bit different for everybody. Okay, but if you were willing to do that, you could obtain financial independence very quickly. Let me give you one scenario. And again, this is not for everybody, but if somebody wanted financial, that was their overriding goal, financial independence. I want to do what I want to do, all right? And so let's say they found a remote job, okay? So they're working remote, which means they can live anywhere. And they decided, like, I'm selling basically all my stuff. I'm gonna live a minimalist life for a while, and I'm gonna buy a van, and I'm gonna travel around and work remotely. Okay, so they might go from relative to relative, friend to friend, campground to campground, seeing all areas of the country, etc., whatever. Okay, and in a truly minimalist Spartan life, they could be financially independent pretty fast. Okay, so right, if you think through that scenario, you could probably say, well, yeah, if you were willing to do that. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but minimalism is something that can get you there faster. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be, either or, right? It can be both and, or it could just be partially the case, right? You can move toward minimalism like myself, right? Fewer things, fewer higher quality things. Got rid of 80% of my clothes. I don't buy clothes. Okay, occasionally, only when I need to. And if I do, I throw something else out. I have no desire for massive amounts of stuff. And same thing with, tools, all that kind of stuff. fewer, higher quality things. All right, so minimalism, the fastest way to financial independence. Let me give you a real quick analogy when it comes to solar power. All right, alternative energy, solar power. So somebody who lives off grid, for example, and they're trying to set up a solar system, and it comes down to like designing a solar system for power. The number one rule is that it's easier to use less power than to have to create more, right? If you're trying to replace your modern household power usage, your solar system is going to be exorbitant. You're going to have this massive battery bank, if you're living off grid. It's easier to use less, okay? Much easier, right? And so it is when trying to achieve financial independence. If you say, well, and there's nothing wrong with this, I need a disposable income of, $30,000 a month, $40,000 a month. Again, no problem, that's fine if that's what you want to achieve. But it is easier if you have a minimalist lifestyle and you only need $5,000 a month, because you live so simply that you can live very well off $5,000 a month. Okay, so I just use that as an example. So minimalism, probably the fastest way to financial independence. And for those of you that would say, yeah, but I'm not in that situation. I can't go jump in a van, drive around, live at campgrounds for a year, just to be financially independent. I'm married, I have kids, I don't have a remote work, etc. Well, totally understood. But again, if the goal is financial independence, then a good strategy is, how can I reduce what I need, at least in the short term, in order to get to financial independence, right? So maybe it isn't a true minimalism, but maybe it's inching in that direction. All right, so there you go. Minimalism is the fastest way to financial independence. Hey, once again, I want to talk to you real quick about this course I'm getting ready to launch. I'm getting closer and closer, and pretty excited about it because I truly desire to help people. And embedded in this is a system to help people towards financial independence. Okay, it has action steps. It's not just knowledge and information. It's helping you take action. Okay, so check it out. So stay subscribed here. Stay in touch here, and more to follow very soon on that. So give this video a like if you found it to be helpful, and let me know some of the other topics you'd like to learn about.